नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
प्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भगवत सेवया।
यं भगवते
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
श्रीमद्भागवतम chapter 11 verse 33. यद्यपि यसौ पार्श्वगतोरहो गतः
यद्यपि असौ पारस्वगतो
तथापि तस्याङ्घ्रियुगं नवं नवम्
तथापि तस्याङ्घ्रियुगं नवं नवम्
पदे पदे काविरमेत तत्पदात्
पदे पदे काविरमेत
तत्पदात्
चलापि यत्रीर्न जहाति कर्हिचित्
चलापि यक्षेण जहाति कर्हिचित्
यद्यपि असौ पार्श्वगतोरहो गतः
यद्यपि असौ पार्श्वगतोरहो गतः
तथापि तस्याङ्घ्रियुगं नवं नवम्
तस्याङ्घ्रियुगं नवं नवम्
पदे पदे काविरमेत तत्पदात्
पदे पदे काविरमेत तत्पदात्
चलापि यत्रीर्न जहाति कर्हिचित्
जहाति कर्हिचित् यद्यापि असौ पार्श्वगतोरहो गतः तथापि तस्याङ्घ्रियुगं नवं नवम् पदे पदे काविरमेत तत्पदात् चलापि यच्चिरिर्न जहाति कर्हिचित्
यत्रीर्न जहाति कर्हिचित्। Translation purport by Divine Grace of Eternal Vinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yadi, although api certainly also he Lord Sri Krishna
he Lord Sri Krishna
Parshvagatha just by the side.
just by the side.
Rahagatha exclusively alone.
Exclusively alone.
Tathapi still. Tasya his. Angri Yugam, the feet of the Lord.
angry,
the feet of
Angry,
Lord.
the feet of the Lord.
Navam, Navam, newer and newer.
Navam, New Year and New Year.
You are.
Pade, Pade, in every step.
Pade, in every step.
Every step.
Who?
Kahu.
Who?
Viramaitha
Kahu.
can be detached from.
Virameta can be detached from.
Tatpadat from his feet.
Tatpalat from his feet.
From his feet.
From feet.
Chalapi moving.
Therapy. Moving.
Chalapi moving.
Moving.
Yes, whom?
Yat whom.
Yet whom?
Sri, the goddess of fortune.
Shri, the
She
goddess
is
of
the goddess of fortune.
Fortune.
No, never.
No, never.
Jahati quit.
Jahati quit.
Kahicit at any time.
Kahita. At any time.
Jahati quits Karachi anytime. Karhichit at any time.
Translation, please repeat after me. Although Lord Sri Krishna was constantly by their side,
Although Lord
Lord
Krishna was constantly by their
Although
side,
Lord Krishna was constantly by their side,
as well as exclusively alone,
as well as exclusively alone,
exclusively alone.
his feet appeared to them to be newer and newer.
His
His
feet
feet
appeared
appeared
to them to
newer
be
and
newer
newer.
and newer.
The goddess of fortune, although by nature always restless and moving,
The goddess
The
of
goddess of fortune,
although by
although by
nature
nature always restless and
always
moving,
restless and moving,
could not quit the Lord's feet.
could not quit the Lord's feet.
Lord's feet.
So what women can be detached from those feet, having once taken shelter of them?
So
So
what women can be detached from those feet, having once taken
those
shelter of them?
having once taken shelter of them.
Backward.
conditioned living beings are always after the favor of the goddess of fortune. Although by nature she is moving from one place to another. In the material world, no one is permanently fortunate. However clever one may be. There have been so many big empires in different parts of the world. There have been so many powerful kings all over the world, and there have been so many fortunate men, but all of them have been liquidated gradually. This is the law of material nature. But spirituality, it is different. According to Brahma Samhita, the Lord is served very respectfully by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. They are always in a lonely place, also with the Lord. But still, the association of the Lord is so inspiringly newer and newer that they cannot quit the Lord for a moment, even though they are by nature very restless and are moving about. This, the spiritual relation with the Lord is so enlivening and resourceful that no one can leave the company of the Lord, once having taken shelter of Him. The living beings are by constitution feminine by nature. The male or enjoyer is the Lord, and all manifestations of his different potencies are feminine by nature. In the Bhagavad Gita, the living beings are designated as Para Prakriti, or the superior potency. The material elements are Apara Prakriti, or inferior potency. Such potencies are always employed for the satisfaction of the employer or the enjoyer. The supreme enjoyer is the Lord Himself. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 5.29, the potencies, therefore, when engaged directly in the service of the Lord, revive the natural color, and thus there is no disparity in the relation of the potent and potency. Generally, people engaged in service are always seeking some post under the government or the supreme enjoyer of the state. Since the Lord is the supreme enjoyer of everything in or outside the universe, it is happiness to be employed by Him. Once engaged in the supreme governmental service of the Lord, no living being wishes to be relieved from the engagement. The highest perfection of human life is to seek some employment under the Lord's supreme service. That will make one extremely happy. One need not seek the moving goddess of fortune without the relation of the Lord.
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिमित्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामी इति नामिने नमो आचार्यपदाय निधाय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथादामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमः। विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः हरे गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदनम। Hari Om. That's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Lesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Very, very nice purport. He gives everything in the purport. It's almost self-explanatory because she says conditioned living entities. So we want always the favor of goddess of fortune. But goddess of fortune is called Sanchala. Chala means moving. Sanchala. She is agitated and keep moving from one place to another place. She never stick to one place. So that is her nature. Okay. And that is the reason why a particular person is not always fortunate from the perspective of wealth or money. So suddenly a rich man become poor, a poor man become rich, because Lakshmi is Sanchala, and the goddess of fortune is Sanchala, and whatever smartness they may exhibit with their talents, intelligence, even by karma or anything, no chance at all. Big empires that has been just to become null, and what you can say, gradually liquidated. So that is the nature of Lakshmi or goddess of fortune. In Brahma Samhita, it is said that the Lord Lakshmi Sahasra Sampasedyam Govindam Adipurusham Tamam Bhajami. So such Lakshmi, who is very sanchala, agitated and moving hither and thither and never stick to a place, even she cannot quit the Lord's lotus feet. That is the attractive of the lotus feet. And Prabhupada is very beautifully telling us about the living being's constitution position. Because the living beings are Prakriti, there are only two things, Govindam Adi Purusham and Prakriti. So you have Purusham is only Krishna and his expansions, because Govinda is Adi Purusha. That means there are more Purusha? No. Krishna's expansions are only more Purusha. His expansions, his incarnations. We call it as a Purusha incarnations or Purusha avatar. So Krishna is the only Purusha, and from his any incarnation avatar happens, that is Purusha avatar. We are Jiva, superior Prakriti. So Prakriti means energy of Krishna. So Purusha and Prakriti, there are only two things exist. Purusha is Krishna and his expansions, his plenary portions and his incarnations and so on. Whereas Prakriti, his energy. His energy is of two types. One is called Apara Prakriti or material energy or separated energy of Krishna. Another is Para Prakriti or superior Prakriti, that is the living entities who is though separated but still part and parcel of Krishna. So these are all the two types of energy that Krishna has, his potency. So, and another beautiful point Prabhupada is telling here is the potencies are always employed for the satisfaction of the employer. And who is the employer? One who owns the energy, right? So Krishna owns us. Already we are property of Krishna. What a good news. And that property, he himself has to claim his property. That is because of our mistake. See, he is the owner of all the property that he possesses. And he has to claim his own property. This is because of our misfortune. We have given up Krishna. We have forgotten Krishna. We forgot our devotion. How do you forget Krishna? This is a very good question. So, you forget Krishna when you forget devotional service. So, if you don't render devotional service, then there is no Krishna. Krishna exists. Bhaktyamam abhijanati, right? How can you see Krishna, remember Krishna? Through bhakti, through devotional service. If you are missing the devotional service, you are missing Krishna. If you are not missing devotional service, you are not missing Krishna. This is the secret. Okay, so devotional service is the only means of our existence as an employee to the employer, if we understand that language only. So, the beauty is in the material world and spiritual world, there is one important thing. You know, in the material world, we keep changing our employment. We change companies. Sometimes we give up the employment in the name of full-time or whatever it is, retirement or do whatever name you can put. Sometimes you accept an employment, sometimes you give up the employment, other times you keep changing the employment from one particular company to another company. This is the material employment. This is like prostitute who keep changing their husband. But if you are engaged in devotional service to Krishna, that is called chastity. Devotional service is always done through Guru Parampara. And when you are engaged in devotional service, you don't need to change. It is stick to only one Krishna, that's all. There is no changing, no need of prostitute behavior there, though we are expert at it. Father and mother is very easy to get in every species of life. In every life, you get a father and mother. That's not very difficult at all. But getting the supreme father and supreme mother, which is transcendental knowledge about Krishna, supreme father, that is Krishna, this is very rare to get, wherein you don't need to change anymore father and mother. And you don't need to change anymore your employment from one to another. You can remain chaste, pure, and, established in full blissful knowledge and serve Krishna. The moment we neglect devotional service, we neglect Krishna. The moment you come in contact with the devotional service of the person who is situated in devotional service, you are enlivened. Then you receive all kind of blessings and blissfulness and all auspicious will come on its own accord. You don't need to hanker for Lakshmi. You don't need to hanker for anything material or spiritual. Everything will be automatically occurred on its own accord. It will come to you when you engage in devotion service under bona fide guide of bona fide spiritual master. So that's a beautiful point about that employment Prabhupada gives here. So we should be getting the permanent employee, not temporary employment. We ourselves don't know I will change from this company to that company. No, I know I will not change from the devotion service to Guru and Krishna. That employment I want. That employment which is permanent for me, which takes care of my not only this body and its necessity, but also the soul and its necessity. The beauty is that complete perfection is achieved when you are properly engaged in the employment of devotional service to Krishna under the bona fide spiritual master. This is complete perfection. So that is wanted, and we are very fortunate that we have that opportunity here in this material world, in this human form of life. So we should take advantage of the human form of life to seek such employment to Krishna as Bhakti Yoga under the Bhakti Yogi like Guru Maharaj. So this is the verdict or purport of this entire, the words that Prabhupada is giving us. So anybody has any questions or realizations or comments, please share with us. Bye.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
बोलिए.
सेकंड स्टैंजा में दिया हुआ है, सारे जीव स्वभाव से अस्त्रैण है, पुरुष या भोक्ता तो भगवान है और उनकी विभिन्न शक्तियों की सारी अभिव्यक्तियां भी अस्त्रैण है। तो भगवत गीता में जीवों को परा प्रकृति अर्थात उच्चतर शक्ति की उपाधि से दी गई है। अब भौतिक तत्व अपरा प्रकृति या निकृष्ट शक्ति है। तो प्रभु जी, भगवत गीता में जीवों को परा प्रकृति या उच्चतर शक्ति की उपाधि दी गई है, तो जीव जो है बिना भौतिक तत्व के अपना स्थान ग्रहण कैसे कर सकते हैं? ये परा और अपरा प्रकृति क्या है?
बहुत ही अच्छा सवाल है। ये जीवा जो है वो उसको बोलते हैं अपरा प्रकृति। कृष्ण भगवान का जो अपरा प्रकृति है वो है हम लोग जीव लोग, और परा प्रकृति जो है ये जड़ा मतलब भौतिक, जो भी भौतिक पदार्थ है ये पूरा जो है वो परा प्रकृति है, यानी भिन्न प्रकृति। कृष्ण भगवान से भिन्न हो चुका है वो, किंतु हम लोग जो है वो ममैवाम से जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातना। सनातना मतलब हम लोग एटर्नली हम लोग कृष्ण भगवान का अंग है, अंश है। इसलिए हमारा जो अपरा प्रकृति का स्थान जो है वो भगवान का सेवा है। और कैसे उसे प्राप्त करना है? भक्ति योग के जरिए, जैसे चैंटिंग हरे कृष्ण से सब कुछ शुरू होता है। उसके बाद ये सत्संग में भागवत कथा हम पढ़ते हैं, सवाल जवाब करते हैं, इसमें और होता है। उसके बाद वो एक स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर यानी कि गुरु महाराज को स्वीकार करना जिंदगी में, और गुरु महाराज हमको भी स्वीकार करना है, तब जाकर के इनका सिद्ध प्लेटफॉर्म मिल जाता है। उसके बाद यही चीज को वो कंटिन्यू करेगा तो उसका अनर्था जितने भी जो स्वभाव है, भौतिक स्वभाव है, भौतिक स्वभाव को बोलते हैं अनर्था। ये भौतिक स्वभाव जो है धीरे धीरे निकल जाएगा और परा प्रकृति का स्वभाव आ जाएगा, ताकि हमारा सेवा जो है वो पवित्रता भरे हुए और कृष्ण भगवान उसे स्वीकार करे हमारा गुरु महाराज के जरिए।
यस, धन्यवाद प्रभु।
Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. We'll assemble back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for the Srimad Bhagavatam class after completing our 16 rounds of chanting the holy name of the Lord congregation. Thank you very much. Till then, Jagannath Srimad Bhagavatam की जय, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, पतित पावन श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय,
जय
भागवत सत्संग की जय, वैष्णव प्रणाम, वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमः।
जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद और प्रेमानंदे।